All right, all right. It's about time, family. Black Power is the General Sara, Seti, and I'm black at y'all again with this real talk. Y'all know what time it is. KingSeti.com online marketplace. Let me get it up there so we can see it like we need to see it. KingSeti.com online marketplace, official General Sara Seti DVDs, t-shirts, and hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry for the family. Fly. Got some new products up on the site. Check it out. I know you're gonna love it. We also got holistic tonics and remedies for the family, trying to keep their system together and strong. We also got art and we got home decor for the family. Go on there, especially if you're trying to transform your African home into a temple that you've always wanted. We got all the things you need, family, to get that started. Get on over there, kingseti.com online marketplace. Y'all know what time it is. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, family, of ancient and modern African wisdom and knowledge. The complete General Sara Seti website. Over 800 lectures and videos on the site, too raw for you. YouTube banned videos, all the debates, all world religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism, and all the other isms. Ancient civilizations and mythology, Egypt, Ethiopia, Kush, West Africa, South Africa, India, Olmecs, and much, much more. Seti with the master teachers, radio and video interviews, behind the scene footage, highlights from over 50 cities. GeneralSeti.com, guaranteed. You understand? A necessity in today's world when we so lost, you know. And so make sure you get on over there. And we got Rise, one of the colleges of education, because we got many colleges education at GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. One of them is Rise of the Neanderthal. We got the Black Woman is God University over there. We got the Old Mecca University, the Naga Kush University. We got the Nile Valley University there. And so we got many, many universities inside of Seti University. And you must have this information if you're intending to compete in this world with proper information. And family, get over there, ring the alarm. God damn it, General Seti dropping bombs on Patreon. Ring the alarm. General Seti dropping bombs on Patreon. You understand? We got 150 exclusive live stream. This is all live stream. General Seti, Seti Universities pre-recorded, videos and lectures. But when you're looking for that lecture hall of all lecture halls, you want to get over there to my Patreon. General Sara Seti going on tonight with Who Are the Children of the Sun. You need to get fed. You need to get that information, family. Because when I tell you who are the children of the sun, I'm gonna tell you who the children of the ice is. And we're gonna look at the eternal battle that's going on and will continue to go on until there's a clear victor. You understand what I'm saying? And the prophecies have all, said that it would be the children of the sun. And I see that it's aligning for the family. And we just got to go on and accept our divinity, our black divinity, and do that, which has been prophesied and laid out for us. You see, so get on over there to my Patreon, General Sara Seti. The links is in the video description. And y'all know this Sunday. Now, this Sunday is going down. It's going down. Creatures from the Caucasus 3, the fall of Cro-Magnum. You understand? The fall of Cro-Magnum. This Sunday starting at 2:30, but I'll be releasing the link around 2 o'clock p.m. And I'm telling you right now, this is the lecture, one of the lectures of lectures. It's a classic of classics. And if you don't have this understanding, you don't have no understanding. You understand? You know, motherfuckers out there, they kick facts, but they won't raise the axe. And some of them are pump fake and raise the axe, but they won't put it in the adversary back. You see what I'm saying? They pump faking. And so this is but you know, so they'll hide from this information because then they're gonna be held accountable for the information. So a lot of people just don't, and many of them just love the master. Man, why you got to do that, Seti? Why you got to say that? You know, they been good to me. You understand? We peoples, man. You know? Why you got to go and do that, Seti? You wrong. You see, you got niggas out here, they scared, you know, and they dancing with the beat. They say, what that movie, Dancing with Wolves. Dancing with the Wolves, you see? And so, family, I want y'all to hit that link. Go on over there. Warning, please warn Granny. Do not put Granny in here and don't let Granny know what's going on. You see? Shit, she gonna put your ass up out of there. You understand? She break all ties with you. You gotta let her know. If Granny ready, you just got to warn her. Say, Granny, this is what it's gonna be now. So when you sit up in here and you mess with Seti, you got to be built. And many times, Granny's stronger than you niggas. You see what I'm saying? Stronger. She already know. She just waiting on you to rise up. You see? And so, family, today, let's go on into this information. The hidden worship of Osiris in the Catholic Church. You see? And so, you know, Catholicism, as we deal with this, Catholicism comes straight because the Greeks and the Romans, you know, they were the first, you know, to come into Africa outside of the Persian. We talking about them Cro-Magnons, them Neanderthals. You know, and so, you know, they didn't have nothing. They ain't got nothing now. You understand what I'm saying? When people try to compare, you know, and I say, let's compare. Let's go to war. I be having these battles of the nations. You know what I'm saying? I love picking on them because they know they ain't got no smoke. You know what I'm saying? They know they ain't got no smoke. I don't care which one it is. Greece. I don't care if it's Rome. I don't care if it's India. I don't give a goddamn which one of them it is. They all fall when they come in comparison to the greatness of Africa. All of them fall. And so all of them have borrowed. You talking about the throne. When you talk about the throne was invented in Africa. You didn't even have no king sitting on no throne. The first king that you see sitting on the throne, you know, was on the incense that they found in Custur. You understand what I'm saying? So when you start seeing kings sitting on the throne, the first time you see a king sitting on the throne is in the Nile Valley. You know, you didn't see no kings wearing no crown. They didn't even know what the fuck a king was. You got to have a nation. Them motherfuckers with petty chiefs and shit. This, that, and the third. They didn't have no kings. And so when you start, and the thing is, when you see Egypt coming through, you know, Egypt was already fully developed. All the departments of government were already intact, already there. You understand what I'm saying? The spiritual concepts of salvation was already there. When you look at the Narmer's palette, you see Narmer already, you see the ships on the Narmer palette. When you talk about the Narmer palette, you're talking about the oldest document of ancient Egypt. And so, you know, he already had a navy. He came down there with land, soldiers, and he had a navy. You see? And so it shows that. And he already had his crown, already had his sepulcher. You see the Twa as the priest of Ptah. And so all the elements of civilization was already intact. And so I bring that up for anybody that want to dispute talking about who's the oldest. And we allow these people to be disrespectful. That's why I cracked the Indian head. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the Naga Kush because they already knew that they was a colony from the motherland. We talking about those ones that's sitting over there with the, the Hinduism and the Buddhism, and this guy on YouTube. He do a lot of the Indian videos, and I'm just saying, whenever he ready to run into me, and he ready to really work, and he really ready to work, he can come over and see me at any given time, and I'm gonna wrap him up. I'm gonna mummify his ass. You understand? I'm gonna put all the natron in his ass. And I'm gonna seal him up, and I'm gonna drop him on down in the earth. You see what I'm saying? Whenever he ready to do that, to even try to compare, even India. India is a child to Egypt, and I'm just being, a lot of people try to compare, these civilizations, and they ain't even really children of Egypt. They fetuses. You see what I'm saying? They fetuses, because you have to connect Egypt to Ethiopia, and when you connect, because it's not no, this is Egypt and this is one civilization. And so when you go up, the river into Sudan, and you go up into Ethiopia, and you keep going up into, up into Uganda, and right around Rwanda, Burundi, Kenya, Mozambique. You understand what I'm, Tanzania, and all up in that south, you keep going up and up and up and up and up, and then you look over there, and you understand that they ain't even, to be compared to nothing. They can't even be, man, listen, West Africa older than India. Shit. Let's stand up, man. Let's be courageous out there. Too many of y'all niggas fall into the chronology. I'm gonna get over there because I got the powerful, visuals that's gonna display everything. West Africa older than every goddamn civilization outside of Africa. South Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Let's deal with it. People talking about, the civilized, just like when they talk about Egypt, and they talk about, these are the newer civilizations. When people talk about Songhai, and they talk about Mali, and they talk about even the Nak, and they talk about Asante, and these are the newer. We talking about, they got documentation that Africans was over in West Africa 80,000 years ago. Okay, so they ain't just started then. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't just started then. So West Africa is older than India. Shit, man. Let's be courageous in this. You know what I'm saying? Let's be courageous in this. You know what I'm saying? Because people get pumped into, because if you not, it's either you get a primary source or you not. And you talking about people that just come out the cave, they wasn't there. I don't give a goddamn how many vials you shake and how many, that don't mean shit. Just like, we've been saying the Dead Sea Scrolls was fake long time ago. They didn't came out on CNN and said that they didn't found fake scrolls. All them motherfuckers fake. But they didn't admit it now that there was some of the, not, they don't want to say all of them, but they saying that some of the Dead Sea Scrolls was fake. But motherfucker, we said that shit a long time ago. Y'all too dependent on the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal science, which ain't no science. Do you know? And I'm doing a video, and I'm gonna have to do this. How many fakes that have been validated by Western science? See, and these niggas, these motherfuckers out here that want to validate and use all the love, and you ain't got no time machine, motherfucker. Once either you was there or you was not there. If you was not there, you're not a primary reference. You see, and I keep telling people, so when you're doing research, if you're there, then you can be used and everybody that was there can't be used as a primary, because everybody that even there ain't qualified. How many people been at the scene or something and missed the whole situation? You see what I'm saying? So some motherfuckers that's there ain't even qualified to tell the story. So you can't get that. Just like when people talk about, and let me, I'm just setting you up so you got some understanding of how I crack these motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? Just like when you talk about the so-called Medunata. You see what I'm saying? And people don't understand this is a sacred science. You was initiated. So even if all Africans was not initiated into the sacred system. Not all Africans. And so they had the general alphabet, but they didn't understand all of they had the symbols. They had a general understanding of what a symbol could mean, but it did not mean the same as what the priest understood it to be. You see what I'm saying? So even if you went back to ancient Egypt, not even though everybody that was there was qualified to speak on the sacred science, but at least they was there. You got motherfuckers that coming back after damn near 6,000-7,000 years and gonna tell you what it means. They shake a couple of vials and put some goddamn tonics in a goddamn vial and sprinkle it on the damn papyrus and tell you how old it is and this, that, and the third. That shit don't mean nothing. It don't mean absolutely nothing. You understand what I'm saying? That's like they say, in the first 48 hours, God damn it, if you don't solve a crime within the first 48 hours, you drop down to 50% of being able to solve the crime. You see what I'm saying? And so when you talk about, and I'm gonna run this down because we still dealing with the Greeks and the Romans. You see, a lot of people want to come and try to decipher some shit today. The Greeks and the Romans was the first 48 hours. Any goddamn hieroglyphic dictionaries in Greek or Roman or Latin, any of them, that's the opportunity. You got living priests that understand the information. You understand what I'm saying? You could force them to, interpret for you and this, that, and the third. Show me any goddamn Medunata dictionary at the time when it was viable to produce something like that. Okay, here it is. You done conquered the land. You can make the priests make you a goddamn dictionary. You can translate the Greek and the Roman into the hieroglyph. Show me the motherfucking dictionary. You ain't showed me one yet. That's your first 48 hours, nigga. You in there. You in power. You can make them do it. But it never happened. So right there, boom. That was your first 48 hours, the Greek. You failed. So now you at 50%. So the Roman come in. You see? He come in. That's your, you whatever little scraps you can get. Because the real priests, they didn't went on up the river. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't been told to keep it quiet. The craft and went underground. And from this point, they're going underground. And they're going to keep it there until it's time to bring it up. You see what I'm saying? And so the Romans was the last opportunity. You see what I'm saying? And so the Roman, he already come to understand. Okay, he understood what the Greek failed to understand, that they wasn't going to give it to him. And so what the Roman do, he packed his shit up and he went to Constantinople. He didn't have the illusion that the Africans weren't going to give it to him. So he didn't have that illusion. He packed his shit up and he took his ass on to Constantinople. He took what priest he needed to take with, and they took that shit to Constantinople, and that's where they created what you call today Christianity. Yes, it was some Serapis worship in Egypt, but the primary development of what you call in Serapis worship or Christianity took place in Constantinople at the Hagia Sophia. You understand? That's where it took place. And so he wasn't confused about it. He said they're not going to give it to us. And so whatever little scraps that we got, we're going to take that and we're going to create Christianity, what you got today. And so they failed in that. He didn't do it. The Roman didn't do it, and they had access to living Egyptian priests. Ain't no way you gon' and they could hear it. See, this is where you motherfuckers, and I love dropping this. And so when I show you this shit, when I'm gonna show you, you can understand what I'm saying. They had the vernacular. They could hear the vernacular. You understand what I'm saying? I love crushing these niggas time and time again. I don't know one language. I don't give a fuck what you say. If you go on Rosetta Stone or this, that, and the third, and you trying to learn the language, and you ain't got the vernacular. You can't hear the audio. They'll put the word up there. You understand what I'm saying? They'll put the word up there, and then they'll pronounce it. Not no fake shit. You understand? That's not no fake shit. And so you ain't even got the vernacular. You come goddamn find out without the vernacular. You understand what I'm saying? And so you're fraudulating. You're fraudulating. You're fraudulating, family. And so I had to say that only to say, we got to quit creating these prisons, in our own mind and shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to quit creating these prisons in our own minds and shit and locking ourselves in. Let's deal with some things. Let's deal with some things today, family. Okay? Let me come out so I can, and I'm gonna touch around on some things. It's gonna be nice. Guarantee you. It's gonna be nice. Now, let me come right on in. It ain't nothing. Let's do this. You see, it's no doubt. Now, a lot of people say that the crown is the Dagon crown. Okay, Dagon didn't have no motherfucking crown. You see what I'm saying? Until the Africans. You see what I'm saying? It does symbol, but they have other crowns. They have other crowns. But when you looking at the institution of the Catholic Church, the institution of the Catholic Church is founded on the ancient Egyptian ritual of salvation, period. There was no salvation, and salvation means afterlife. When you talk about all the elements of religion that you see today, the sanctuary, the temple, which I'm gonna deal with, the writings, the literature, the litanies, the ritual, the ceremonies. You see what I'm saying? All of that. The commandments. You see the commandments, all of that. This is the institution of the Catholic Church is found, and this is where the Romans got it from when they was in there. This is some of the elements that they took. You understand what I'm saying? These is things that they could see in imagery in which they added their own sick rituals, their own sick ideology. You understand what I'm saying? Onto the imagery. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want you to think they got everything. They did not get everything. You see what I'm saying? People say that everything. Goddamn it, wasn't no Africans doing nothing to no babies and and all that shit. And you know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the third. This is some shit that's strictly European. You see? And so you see that Osiris as the judge. As the judge. And then you go and you hear that, God is the judge and this, that, and the third, and that, and you talk about Jesus is the judge. You see, he's the judge now. You see, and then you got what they call the law. You know what I'm saying? And we understand that Ma'at was the first law. You see, and so these are elements of Africa that they took, and they ain't even got no laws. I don't even know what the fuck about he got some laws for. He ain't a goddamn law he ain't never broke, even if his own. You see what I'm saying? And so you see here, now this is one of the crowns, and you see him with the key. When you see, a lot of people say this is Saturn. And I do believe that because many of those statues they kept. You know what I'm saying? And they just gave the statue a different name. You see what I'm saying? And so in actuality, Peter is also was a statue of Saturn. And you see him with the key. And then you go into you see on the papyrus, you see Heru with the key. sometimes you see Anubis with the key too. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying, the key to heaven. You see? And so in order to get to the Father, you must first come through the Son. That's what they say. You see, that's what they say. And so you see here, and this is a sun temple. And then when you look all the way to the back, you see first to the left, you don't see the canopy of Osiris. That is the canopy of Osiris. When you look on the certain papyrus, you will see the canopy above Osiris. And so when you go into the Catholic Church, they say this is the throne of Peter. You see what I'm saying? And so, and so in the back right there, you see the sun disk, and you'll see the dove, which is symbolic of supposedly the Holy Spirit. You see, which is Isis. You see, that's why when you go back there, you see IHS. Some Isis, Horus, and Set. You see Isis, Horus, and Set. And so you see the sun. This is a sun temple. Okay, and many times, and people don't understand that. And even that damn mosque is a sun temple. Don't let, and and I already cracked their head on that too. You see what I'm saying? As much as they want to talk about, and Allah said, don't venerate the sun, the moon, and stars, and that's all they do, lying and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so you see right there again, the symbol, and you see on one, you see the crown, but on the one, the so-called Saint Peter in the back, you see he got the ring on his head. You see what I'm saying? Which is symbolic of Saturn. Now, a lot of people don't understand that, that ring was also, the halo. You see what I'm saying? Which is sun worship also. When you see that halo or you see that ring, that's also sun worship. You see what I'm saying? So that's where, that's the crown. That's where you get the crown from, and so the Chronos and so on and so forth. So this is nothing but, so they should have put him, if you take that throne that he's sitting on and you put it up under that goddamn canopy, you will see that it's Osiris. And so you see all the motherfuckers that came in all, when you become a priest, you got to come by there and kiss the foot of old St. Peter. You see? And they didn't kiss it. Look at this nigga. Look at him. He right there. You know what I'm saying? He right there, and all them, everybody and their mama, and I hope they wipe that motherfucker off. They just go up there kissing and shit. They go up there kissing and shit, and so this is the crown right here, one of the many crowns. So you got the one that look like Dagon, because the Romans, they just, what? They remind me so much of the Arab. They just borrow from everybody that they conquer. They just borrow. The Arab borrows. That's all he do. He ain't had no goddamn, no, you talking about a mosque. What the hell? He didn't have no mosque. He didn't have no mosque. They was out there with them damn tents and shit. You see what I'm saying? They was out there with them tents. They did not have no mosque. Okay, I just want y'all to know that. And so when they conquered Constantinople, you understand, the Hagia Sophia became the model of the mosque. That's where you look at the blue mosque that's in Constantinople. It was patterned after the Hagia Sophia. You see what I'm saying? Now let me come out of here right quick, and I'm gonna jump out of this one, and I'm gonna jump over into this temple right quick. Let me see. What the Egyptian temple? There you go, right here. Now, I just put this up here. Now, this is Notre Dame, I believe. And I think it burned down not too long ago. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody was over there doing something they ain't had no business doing and shit. But let me bring it all the way out so you can see it. Okay, hold on. It's wide open now. Ain't no goddamn getting away from this. You see what I'm saying? And so, here we go. So you see pylons. You see, and I put this one in today. You see the pylon, the front. You see? You see the pylons and understand that the cathedral, the basilica, is only a model of the ancient Egyptian temple. So everything about them. So when you see the Catholic and you motherfuckers, this is in Christianity, this is where they took from. You know what I'm saying? This is where they took from. There's no doubt about it. Even when you look at the so-called the Ishtar Gate, okay? The Ishtar Gate. This is, there ain't no goddamn Ishtar Gate. That shit was made just 2 days ago. Goddamn Saddam Hussein made that shit. Talking about some Ishtar Gate. Goddamn it, Saddam Hussein made that. You see what I'm saying? And they patterned because they understood that Suma was a daughter. You understand? When you talk about Mesopotamia, it was a daughter of the Nile Valley. But ain't no way you could act as if the Sumerians was the mother. Their technology was so feeble. You understand what I'm saying? They were still building. They never constructed any monuments in stone. They always use dry baked brick, sun-baked bricks. They never developed to the level of stone. The Africans, when you got to the pyramid, they had to been dealing with stone, man, for hundreds of thousands of years. You can't even say thousands of years. When I got to the pyramid, that was beyond thousands of years. God damn it, it was beyond tens of thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? When you got to the Great Pyramid, it's even tens of thousands of years ain't even sufficient to what you see in front of you. It's hundreds of thousands of years. You see what I'm saying? And so, so you can't explain Egypt by way of no goddamn Samaria. The Africans went over there and they was deficient in stone and so on. And so they used what they could use. You see what I'm saying? That I don't take nothing away because they were Cushites. You understand what I'm saying? They use what they could use. Everybody don't have. That don't mean that the temples ain't sacred. You see what I'm saying? That don't mean that, you know what I'm saying? But they use what they could use. Okay? And so when you looking at, mostly when you look at the two tekens, or what they call tekens or obelisks that stood in front of the Egyptian temple. Now, I was at the temple of Luxor, and I believe I have it down there. And they removed one of the obelisks from in front of Luxor. I believe that's the one in France. If you go and look in the one they got in France, the obelisk it's aligned with the Eiffel Tower is aligned with the obelisk. You see what I'm saying? They got the Eiffel Tower aligned with the obelisk. So I believe the one that's in Paris is the one that was removed from the Temple of Luxor. Okay, and so you see here into what they call the I forget the architectonics. You see what I'm saying? Where they build certain motifs into the structure of the building. And so that right here, they just built the two obelisks into the framework structure of the cathedral or the basilica. You see that. And so it's so much that you see that is no doubt. So when you see that they took the temple, they took the design because it's not just a building. You see what I'm saying? It's not a building. It's just even the Holy of Holies, how the church is designed the same way. There's no getting around it today. European, even though African family didn't already expose this information, now you got the fake wannabe white scholars that want to come out and write a book now and try to get some credit for something. We can't give it to them. We cannot give it to them. You know what I'm saying? We have to go and because they just the Greeks and the Romans continuing to plagiarize and pillage and shit, this, that, and the third. And you see here again, where the Christians took and they designed the motifs or the obelisks into the church. You see the steeples and so on. Those are the two obelisks, And so let me come down because I want to show this. Where is it at? Is it up further? Yeah. And I did that. But I had to go look because the last time I brought it up, I didn't have the here you go. See, I had to search for the right ones. You see what I'm saying? And so what you see here, and this is very significant. Matter of fact, let me flip this. See, now we're gonna work now. I want y'all to get into these temple studies because when you go in the Dr. Ben book, he got the temple blueprints in there. See, Doc take it up. He took it up. You know what I'm saying? You got to do temple studies. You got to deal with the sacred Masonic blueprints of the temple. Now, when you see right here, now wait a minute. Let me bring this up. I want to work out, y'all. I just want to work out. Matter of fact, I'll bring this one up. I'll bring this one up. Okay. So you can see the front of it. Now you see the front of it. So you see the pylon. So when you see these right here, this is what you're looking at. You can see the pylons there. You can even see the sun disk. You can go right there and see the sun right above the Egyptian, doorway. You can see the sun disk, the winged sun disk right there, And so when you see the oblong, the sacred rectangle, now you can see these two pylons right here. You see the two pylons in the church. And then you come and see the second, pylons. You see the second pylons here. So this is the front court. You see, this is this would be the middle court and this would be the inner court. You see, so you can see right here as you move, this is the same, this would be the front court. You see, this is the front court right here, and this is the front court here. You see the pylons here, and you got it right here. And so as you move back, you know what I'm saying? This is a longer temple. And so as you move back, you move all the way into the Holy of Holies. You see, you move all the way back into the Holy of Holies. Now, when you get back there, let me see. I had something lined up in there. Where is that? Do I got the Holy of Holies? But you know what? Let me drop it here. Now you can see as you come up into this cathedral. Now this is when you come up into Sara. You see what I'm saying? You also can see that that reddish granite that they trying to use up in here. You see what I'm saying? And so you see the nave. They call this the nave. When you come into when you come into the cathedral, you understand what I'm saying? You got that long ceremonial walkway that they call the nave. You see what I'm saying? And why do they call it the nave? Because it's to navigate. You see what I'm saying? Because it's looked at as the Nile. It's looked at as the Nile. You see what I'm saying? And so when you come down back, you going back up the Nile. When you come through the door, you going up the Nile. You're going back into the south. You see what I'm saying? So when you get all the way into the interior, you get the further, see, you come in here, you into the land, where the land of the gods. And so when you understand your so-called Medu Netta and all that, they understand that Pum, or what they call Ta Neteru, was the land of the gods. That was the interior. So when you come up the nave, you navigate up the nave. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got the ark. That's why you got the ark of Khufu, and he's navigating back up the Nile. You understand what I'm saying? He's taking it up to the celestial Nile, what they call the Milky Way, to be one with the Holy Mother and the Holy Father, Osiris and Isis, Ptah and Sekhmet, you understand, in the southern sky. So when you come down the nave, And this is the Egyptian temple, and this right here is Abu Simbel. And so I didn't put the other that leads, but that's the interior. And anytime you come into the church, the furthest wall from the door you come in all the way, that's where the deity gonna be. That's the interior, no different than the Egyptian temple. We got to wake up today, family. There's no getting around it. And so you see here, you see, ask yourself, what do you believe? Pope John Paul II reaching out to the Egyptian obelisk. You see what I'm saying? They put the cross on top of it. You see what I'm saying? And when we understand what it means. We'll leave that alone tonight. You understand what I'm saying? We'll deal with that on one of my other platforms. But we know what it means. So when you look here, you at Abydos. You got what they call the clear story window. And you see the light is shining down because the sun is God. God is in his holy temple. You see what I'm saying? God is a sun and a shield. We don't understand that. You look at the anthropomorphic forms of God that look like a man. You understand what I'm saying? And you confuse like it's a man just floating around out in the sky some goddamn way. You understand? You don't understand the cosmic order of things. See, that's all allegorical. You see what I'm saying? That's all allegorical. And you don't understand that it's God, because if you understood it was God, then you would understand that Adam and Eve is one of the, if not the oldest story of vampirism, and that they was put up out the motherland, you understand, by the sun. That don't mean they can't come back in, but when they come back in, they come in with punishment. You understand what I'm saying? And so people don't understand. It says that they was put out, they was barred from coming into, this is a cosmic order. This is a natural order that's being discussed. You see what I'm saying? And they paying that price every fucking day that they go into areas that's considered the Garden of Eden, which is, you understand, the lands south of a certain degree, whereas, is tropical or subtropical. You understand? And goddamn it, and majority of them they paying the price, and they ain't even in subtropical shit. They in Europe shit and paying a serious price. And so you see, this is what it is. So you got to understand, these are solar temples. Okay, that's why the sun in the Protestant ain't no different. See, the Protestant want to act like it's all on the Catholic. That's a damn lie. Wait a minute. Wait, let me show you where's the Protestant church? I had the Protestant church up there too. Where the Protestant? God damn it, where you go? I'm gonna get on his ass too. Playing like it's all it's all the Catholic. You understand what I'm saying? That shit is in the book. You ain't running and fooling nobody. Right here. Here you go. Here you go. You understand what I'm saying? Here you go. And so they want to pretend like it's just the Catholic. You understand what I'm saying? But you see in the motif of the building, see, what they call the church steeple is the obelisk. And you can see as the Catholics, you could go all over Rome, and they didn't put them crosses at the top of the obelisk. That was first. You see what I'm saying? That was first, not the steeple. Them came later. You see what I'm saying? Them came later. And so even when you looking at the dome, that's the rising sun. People don't know that. You understand? That's the rising sun. Wait a minute. I don't want to give up too much, because I want to get on the Muslim now. That's the rising sun. You see, we're gonna talk today. You see, they and so we don't understand that. And somebody got to tell. Wait a minute, let me show y'all this. This one powerful. See, it's the rising sun. Mosques are temples to worship the host of heaven. You see, who is the host of heaven? See, so they, today, when you look at a lot of their icons, they know that's why. Let me tell y'all something. You know why? You see, Muhammad got a veil. You know what I'm saying? He got a veil because you can't look upon him. Why? Because it's the sun. That's why, Mohammed, when they talk about Moses, they say Moses went up on the mountain. He was face to face with God. Say when he came off the mountain, his damn face was shining so bright that the people couldn't even look upon him. So he had to put a damn veil on. So when you look at Muhammad, Muhammad ain't nothing but a copy of Moses. That's all he is. God damn, man. Come on, man. This is cosmic information, and they didn't anthropomorphize it and shit and gave it a human form. That's why he can't be looked at, because he's the sun. He's another sun deity surrounded with a bunch of, frivolous information that don't go nowhere. You see? And so, you could talk about, you could talk about wait a minute, let me bring this up so it's a little bit. It's yes, and it's also, it's when you talk about the dome, it's also the breast. It is. You understand what I'm saying? Some symbols have more than one symbol, but it's solar worship. It's solar worship. You understand what I'm saying? And people got to understand that when you talk about the sun, you got segment also symbolic of the sun. You see what I'm saying? So when you go up into the Jew, well, you talking about ancient Egypt, you talking about shit, damn near 90% of the worship is around the African woman. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. 90% of the worship is around the woman. So that's how it go. It ain't no worship unless it start with her. You know what I'm saying? And so, yes, it is. And so you see within the, when you talk about the synagogue, the sin of God, you see, you go up in there and they know different. You see, they know different. They in there with the sun worship. They in there with the sun worship. And so it don't make no difference. You can see where it comes from the African temple to Rome, to the Jew, to the Arab. You see him in there. They talking about you ain't supposed to worship no sun or this, that, and the third, and you go in there and he right up there. You understand what you think? When he looking up at that and he looking dead at it, what you think he looking at? You know what I'm saying? So symbolically, they understand what it is, and they didn't hear the truth of, of who it is and what it is, but we know today. So if you look at and you go around Rome and you can see the crosses at the top, damn near all the obelisks. This became the church steeple of the Protestant, and this, that, and the third. So the Protestant is no different. He think he can run, but he can't run. You see? And so, let me see here. And so I wanted to show, even in the Masonic Lodge, I did show that the Masonic, why is the lodge floor an oblong square? So when you start talking about the cathedral, the Masonic Lodge, even the mosque, when I broke it down, don't let Mecca fool you. Okay? Don't let Mecca fool you. Listen, man, it's cold-blooded. You know what I'm saying? It's cold-blooded. When you go and you look at the diagram of the Mosque of Mecca, it's on the oblong. It's on the oblong. If you look at, when you come through the door and where the Kaaba is, if you read, wait a minute, I need to be able, y'all need to be able to see this. Let me take that out of there. And let me move myself up a little bit. Okay, right there. Why is the lodge floor an oblong square? See, this is oblong. When you're talking about the Egyptian temple, that's oblong. So when you look at the Solomon temple, when you look at, and this is Menehat Habu from the top, this is oblong, this is a rectangle. This is all cathedrals, all Masonic lodges, mosques too. They on the sacred oblong too. And that's why, and you got the symbolic. You see, that's why when you come to the prayer room, it's on the sacred oblong. Even the Masonic money, it's on the sacred oblong. Don't let them fool you. It's a reason for that. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you look at, even when you look at, you at the top, you see the judgment hall. You see what I'm saying? You looking at a one dimensional oblong. When you look at it, and you look at the dimensions of, and see right there, that's what I was talking about. When you talk about the canopy of Osiris. This is the oblong. You can see it. And so when you, if you was to, and this is I got to get the, it's one dimensional, but it's the way that it's set up. You see what I'm saying? It's still the oblong. You see what I'm saying? If it was laid out flat, this might be two dimensional. Matter of fact, this is two dimensional, and the temple at the bottom is one dimensional. This is two dimensional up here. You see what I'm saying? But it's still on the oblong. So if you was to come in the temple and come all the way to the back, this is where you would see the canopy of Osiris. This would be the Holy of Holies. You see what I'm saying? Just like when I showed the family, where's the Holy of Holies? Right here. So you see here, this is the canopy of supposedly of St. Peter. Let me take that on out of there. Matter of fact, well, what I'm going to do is let me take a copy of that. Drop it on in here. Ain't too many motherfuckers you see do this shit. It live. Just creating shit right there in your face so you can see. See? And move it on over. Move it on over. Let me bring that on. Let me bring that on up. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring that on up. Boom. Bring that on up. Boom. So you see the nails of St. Peter, that's the Holy of Holies. So you see the canopy right here. This is the canopy of Osiris. The only thing they refuse to put it, Pete, because they know it would be too fucking obvious. You see the sun disk in the back, sacred to Osiris, sacred to the ancient Egyptians. This is what it is. So again, if you was to go all the way into the interior, see, this is the nails. This is the Holy of Holies. You see what I'm, this is where Osiris is. He in the nails. This is way in the back. So this is the one at the bottom is one dimensional. The one at the top is two dimensional. You see what I'm saying? Now you go to Egypt, you can see it in the three dimensional. You see what I'm saying? And so this is the sacred oblong for anybody and everybody. And so I'm gonna drop this. Then because we reaching an hour. You see, so when you come in at the top, you see the cathedral. Matter of fact, let me get up, make it a little larger for you. You see, and so when you come into the cathedral, you got the door, and then you got the nave, which is the Nile. You see what I'm saying? That's when you walk down that long aisle, and so when you get all the way in the back, that's where the throne is. That's where you see this. This is where the throne is at. You see, this is where the throne is at. And so when you talking about, when you going up, the Nile, you going back up the Nile, you see right here, which they call the transepts. That's the equator. You see, you had and then when you get past the equator, you in the mountain. When you get around the equator, you around the mountains. You know what I'm saying? You in the highest parts of Africa. And so you look at the elevation of Africa, you see down by Egypt, you at sea level. But as you start to come up, you know what I'm saying? You're going up into the highest regions of Africa. And so this up here where the throne is at, they call this the Taneteru. They call this the land of the god. And that's where you see Osiris sitting on the throne. And you'll see the water down. You see in his throne, you see the water. This is the waters of creation. Those are the holy great lakes of Africa. You see what I'm saying? And so when you see, if you ever seen the Nile and y'all seen some of the pictures, you see that the lotus is forming the Nile. You see the stem of forming in the Nile. And when you get down into Egypt, you see what they call the delta. You see what I'm saying? And it looked just like the lotus. It looked just like the lotus. And you see the four sons of Horus representing the cardinal points north, south, east, and west, where the Africans come down the river and went out all over the planet and took that Kushite knowledge all over, and there wasn't nobody there. These are the original colonists of the planet, which we call the Kushites, that come up out of the interior of Africa. You see, and so when you look at the makeup of the temple, you look at it, the cathedrals, and this is the one that, let me show this. So, I've been studying, I've been doing this shit for a long time. You ain't gonna see nobody do this. You're not. Them niggas gonna be talking about shit you can't even see, talking about some words and shit. Nigga, I showed you. And so when you look at when you look at the mosque in Mecca, see, the sacred oblong is there. You see, if you take Solomon's temple and you go even to the Vatican, you see them 3 domes that's up there. And the Vatican got 3 domes too. You see what I'm saying? You see them 3 domes there. That's how you know the Romans had their hands on Islam. You understand what I'm saying? The Muslims and shit, Mary, Book of Mary, and them Catholics love Mary because again, we understand that's ISIS. But you know what I'm saying? In the Quran, the only woman that they call by name is Mary. You understand? Matter of fact, Mary maybe, ain't no maybe, she's spoken more times in the Quran, I believe, than any other person. More time than Muhammad. I know more time than Muhammad. More time than Jesus. More time than Solomon. The only other prophet that may have been spoken of more times in the Quran than Mary maybe was Abraham. That's it. And I might, and that might be wrong. The only other prophet that I know of that might have been spoken of more time in the Quran than Mary and then that might be wrong. Mary very well might be the most spoken of individual in the Quran. If she's not, she's at the top. Period. And so you can see the elements of the Roman Catholics had on. And that's why when you go in the Quran, they get to talking about Alexander the Great is a prophet. Go look that shit up. That's right. And they also in the Hadiths talking about the Greeks and the Romans are from the bloodline of Abraham. Listen to that. You see? And so when you look at this blueprint, and I lay it out for you, and you can also see from not what's around it. You have to start from the entrance into the mosque, which this is actually the mosque with the 3 domes over it. This is where they do their praying. And then when you come through the mosque, you come out into the open. This is when you talk about the Egyptian temple, this is the front court. This is the front court. When you first come in right here. And then you keep going in. And so when you come in, and if you take Solomon's temple, where's Solomon's temple at? I had it. Here you go. Let me copy it. And bring it down. And then I'm going to check out because I could go on and on with this forever. So when you come in, let me turn it around. Hold on, y'all. I laugh because I know I'll be going where no motherfucker could go. I'll be laughing. They like, man, where is this man? And I'm laying this shit out too. When you come in, you see, this is Solomon because it's designed on Solomon's temple. You see, which is designed on the Egyptian temple. Hold on, let me get it where I needed it to be. Okay. Now, when you come in, and this is the most holy place. You see right here, this is the ark. You see what I'm saying? This is the ark. If you blow it up, you'll see the ark. So this is the Holy of Holies. So if it's laid out like right next to the mosque in Mecca, you will see where the Kaaba is where the ark would be. Okay? Where you see the Kaaba is where the ark would be. And so once you understand this is Egyptian. This is Egyptian, man. This is Egyptian. Every last religion on this goddamn planet. I done already did the Hindu. You know, I done already did the Hindu, them too. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go out with if I got them in here. This ain't my main one. This ain't my main one. I should have had it in here, but wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna go out on that. I'm gonna go out on that one. I know that's in the hold on. Damn. I got so much on my desktop. It's unbelievable. Good God. I can't see nothing. Just a flood of all type of information. I need to clean this up. My God. Wait a minute. That should be right there too. But it's so much I can't even see. I hate when I want to drop something and I can't find it. I hate that. I do. Hold on. Let me see. 10 bucks. 10 buck too. Where is that at? All right, that's all right. That's all right. I'll do it next time. I'll do it next time. Yeah, I'll do it next time, y'all. Y'all done seen it before. Let me see. Wait a minute. Hold on. One last. There you go. Uh-oh. I had to go in. Last ditch effort. All right. Here you go. Just to show and show and prove. And here we go. As I showed you the Christian, I showed you, I showed you the mosque. Hold on. Let me drop this on in here. Let me drop this on in here. Just so you can see in West Africa. You see, you see, right there. Wait a minute, let me blow it up. Okay, you see in West Africa. Let me get the whole, okay? But I ain't gonna be able to do because I gotta drop. So you see in West Africa, and you see it's the same exact temple in West Africa that you see in India. Look at it. Man, it's no different. It's no different, man. It's no different. That's exact. You know what I'm saying? And it all come from Egypt. You see this one in West Africa. All of these temples, all these sanctuaries come from the Egyptian temple and the pyramid complex. And I'm gonna break this one down and I'm gonna move out. You see that you see the pyramid right here, and it got the mortuary temple in front of it. You see what I'm saying? And so when you look at it, you know, just like when you talk about uh the Hindu temple, this is the Venema. The pyramid, this in here would be the statue of the deity or a lingam. You see what I'm saying? Which is the phallus. And so, the sacred phallus of the god. And so this is the venom. And so this is the entrance that you come in, hyper-style hall in here. You understand what I'm saying? That'll lead to the Holy of Holies. And so when you come in here, you see the Egyptian, you see the causeway that leads to the mortuary temple. You see the hypostyle hall. If you go up in here, you'll see the hypostyle hall. You know, I'm not familiar, but I don't know if it is one in here. It don't make no difference. It's still the same design. And so the pyramid here is where the king's burial is. He is the Holy of Holies. This temple, the burial chamber of the king, is the Holy of Holies. When you come into Venema, this is where the God will be. It's the same complex. God damn, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe no motherfucker broke it down better than that. That's cold, cold as it could get. And so I keep teaching that because if I could show you that they took the designs of the temple, many of the great symbols of the temple, then why wouldn't you believe if they took all that, even the damn holy book, even the holy book? You see what I'm saying? Even the holy books. You see, when they didn't even have books. So the whole institution of religion come out of ancient Egypt. And so Osiris, or Jesus as the sun, once you understand the cosmological foundation, you understand that many aspects, even Osiris is the sun. He's the death of the sun. You see what I'm saying? And Horus is the new sun. You see what I'm saying? Horus is the new sun. You know what I'm saying? And Osiris is the death of the sun, but he's the deity of the underworld. He's the sun in the underworld. You see, and then you got Horus, his son. He's the sun in the overworld. You see what I'm saying? This is all solar cosmic spirituality, family. Thank y'all for being in the house. The God is you understand your place and your divinity in the cosmos, and you will see that you are the manifestation of the cosmos on earth. You are the image of God. You and you alone. You are the primordial. You are the caretaker of the planet. It's time to take care. This is the General Sara Seti saying, hey, get on over there. The link to the lecture this Sunday, get on over there. Check me out, kingseti.com, online marketplace. Get on over there, got something for you. Generalseti.com, Seti University, and buck, nigga. Patreon, General Sara Seti. Get on over there and get some of them live streams because they fire. All right, family, Black Power.